Undeniably, this patrol is off to a good start. We left Brest only 4 days ago, and already we have sunk 2 ships of significant tonnage and tactical importance to the enemy. A large oiler that can be used to resupply ships at sea, and a seaplane tender that can deploy airplanes to hunt for U-boats. Yes, we did use up almost all our deckgun ammunition to sink these 2 ships, and 2 of our torpedoes, but that still means that we have 2 full loads for our bow torpedo tubes, and we still have all the torpedoes for the rear tube. Some parts of the crew are hoping that we will come across an enemy convoy, that we can then engage, use up all our torpedoes, and return home after a very short patrol. Others are hoping for more single targets that are unescorted, and therefore can be engaged without much danger to ourselves. Both views have merit, but what is most important is that the crew is in a good mood. They are motivated, eager to find more targets, regardless whether they may be in a convoy or sailing as a single ship. And that evening, a great opportunity was suddenly laid before us. A large enemy convoy had been spotted, just a few hundred kilometers away from us. We plotted an intercept course and set out to find these ships. Regardless to which of the 2 aforementioned groups the men belonged to, they were all excited, all hoping that this would be a successful engagement. Their spirits soared high, and the boat plowed through the waves into the approaching darkness. It is therefore no wonder that after reaching such dizzying heights, the men's morale fell into an abysmal low when we reached the calculated intercept point, patrolled it for multiple hours, and yet failed to find the convoy. The disappointment was visible on everyone's face, and the boat eerily quiet. Not only had the enemy convoy obviously changed its course and avoided us, the weather had also worsened considerably, with the waves rising up to the conning tower. I decided to keep the boat submerged, our hydrophone now our only connection to the outside world. And it was our hydrophone operator who suddenly reignited the spark in our crew. He heard a ship, a single ship, far away but closing, an opportunity that we couldn't ignore. We surfaced the boat and raced in that direction. Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of our amazing Silent Hunter 3 campaign with the OneAlex Mod Edition. I was hoping to engage a convoy today. The game gave me that hope. We had received reports about an enemy convoy, but they must have changed course during the night. However, we found something else. There is a ship that appears on the horizon just now. We can even see masts now. And it is more or less coming our way. Still, I will have to turn a bit more right because I determined that it is heading left to right already. So let's do just that. Let's try to get in front of it. The conditions that we are facing today are not great. As you can see, very high wind speeds, stormy weather, or at least very windy weather that we have to brave here. But I'm sure that we'll manage somehow. I have a mix of electric and steam torpedoes loaded. Both could be used in this weather. Yes, the steam torpedo does leave a visible bubble trail behind itself. However, it looks like we are only facing a single ship, which is not a warship. And in these waves, even that bubble trail is not as visible. So I might just go ahead and fire a steam torpedo. Ideally what I want to do is to fire our rear tube. if that is indeed an enemy ship. If I fire the rear tube, then I can preserve 2 full loads of torpedoes for the front tubes. Good. It looks like we'll be heading towards the target for a while. So let's make a short cut here and bring you back once we are a little bit closer. But you know what, before we do that, let's bring the user to the bridge. Let's see if this will help us to identify the target, or to at least identify what we are looking at here. I see mast, funnel mast. Looks like a freighter to me. Those are cranes that I can see. But I can't see a flag. I can't determine its size. All of that is yet to be determined. We have to get closer for that though. So I'll keep heading this way, and we'll resume the video once we are in a better position. Welcome back. We are now almost in front of the target ship. I think in just a few minutes we will pass in front of it. And then I will know precisely its course, its position on... well, I will know its course. I will not know its exact position. But knowing the course will be enough to get some distance to its course, and then plot its progress, and that will give me its exact position and speed. So that's how we are going to play this. I can tell one thing, however. This ship, whatever it may be, is not a big one, because it is getting thrown around by the waves a lot. And that might be a problem. We have a wind speed of 14 meters per second. If I go to the attack periscope really quick and we take a look at this chart here, then I can see that I will need to set the torpedoes to a depth of at least 5.5 meters. That ship may be too small for us to engage. We might have to let them go, whatever they are, because...
Kontakt, Frachter, kommt näher auf 284, große Entfernung.
Yeah, thank you. We might have to let them go, because the torpedo would just pass underneath the ship. That's a very real possibility here. So that's something that I will have to consider once we are in a firing position. How big is this ship, and do we actually have a chance to hit it with the torpedo? Will the torpedo just run beneath it? But before we can determine that, we need to obtain some firing data first. Yeah, look how that ship is being thrown around by the waves, my god. They are not having a fun time on board of that thing. But then again, neither did my man on board of this U-boat. We also got thrown around a lot. Now that we are submerged, it is a bit calmer. The waves are not affecting us as much anymore, but that thing over there is rolling. Rolling hard in these waves. Still, I'll keep observing it. I'll measure its course, and then we will measure its progress, which will give me its exact speed, and we will be setting up a 90-degree attack. We'll resume the video once I'm in a position to commence our attack, because this will take some time. That thing is not only apparently having a really hard time in these waves, it's also damn slow. So it's gonna take some time. See you soon. Welcome back. I'm still taking measurements here to determine the target speed. I took one measurement at 3 minutes 15, another measurement at 6 minutes 30, and now another one at 9 minutes 45. So here's what I do. I point my periscope at the target at that specified time that I just mentioned. down periscope, we don't need it anymore. I marked my own position at that time. Now I go to the weapons officer and open the attack disk. And I put in the target's course, which is 217. And now I look here to see the bearing, or well, let's say the true bearing that I have to draw a line on. So true bearing here is 26 degrees. It is 170 in our periscope. It is a true bearing, a true compass bearing of 26. So from that position, 26 degrees. And let's see, it is therefore just there. And that means that this here was the target's pretty precise position. Now, in the previous measurements I have established that it is sailing at a course of 6 knots. I am now attempting to verify that by moving my measurement that I've taken over to here, and I can see that it more or less fits. More or less being the case. It could be... okay, we are getting more accurate as the angle opens up. So right now it's saying 8 knots. The more open the angle is, the more accurate you get. So I will keep measuring. We'll take another measurement in a bit over a minute. At the 13-minute mark will be the next measurement. Let's take another look at it. So, at the end of this minute we are taking another measurement. I can tell now that it is a freighter, that it is flying a red flag and therefore most likely enemy. And I can tell that it seems to be sitting low in the water, which would be good. It would actually be excellent. However, I can't be sure. I just can't be sure about this until we see more of the ship. Okay, half a minute before I'm taking the next measurement. Wow, and do you see how the waves are lifting it out? Damn. This might really be a case of the torpedo running beneath the ship. We'll see there. Next measurement ready. Pointing my periscope straight at it. And there we go. I will actually restart the clock now, so that we can keep taking measurements. So from that position, wait, let me drop the periscope before I do anything else. True bearing 25. It's also possible that in this weather he just can't maintain a steady speed. Okay, and now I see that we have measured a distance of 700 meters. That would mean that he's sailing at 7 knots. I'll take another measurement at that 3-minute 15 mark. And I think I'll be able to take one more at the next 6-minute 30 mark. And that should give me good enough results that we can actually commence the attack run. And I will attempt to try to shoot my aft tube at him. So we can already start setting that up. If I go to the periscope, point the periscope straight back, like so, I can now select tube 5. And let's start putting in the data that we will be using. So at this point, when I fire, we will be looking at his port side at a 90-degree angle. So I can set that already. Range doesn't really matter, but I'll be inputting, you know, just so that we have some value in here. I will put in 600 meters. We will be shooting at quite close range. And as speed, I am selecting 7 knots for now. Tube 5 will be fired. Depth will be set to almost 6 meters. Impact. Slow speed. I'll give the torpedo as much opportunity as possible to slam into the ship. So now that we have set that up, if I turn to a 0-degree gyro angle, that will be our bearing that we fire on when the target crosses that. Good, back to the target. We are getting there. Where is it? There it is. I will soon switch to the attack periscope, which is smaller. It has a smaller periscope head and therefore harder to detect. But this measurement we are taking with the observation periscope that is in the control room. Then I'll climb up there into the conning tower and get on the attack periscope. Okay, looking good. Almost there. And there we are. On position is here. Weapons officer, true bearing 24. Is right here. So here is the next point where it intercepts its course, so it's currently here. Let's see if the measurement that we have done already fits. Yeah, pretty much. With the previous one here. So 7 knots seems to be about right. I'll take another one at 6:30 and then I will prepare, then we'll start to prepare to fire. To do that I will actually get a little bit closer to its course, because we are currently about 700 meters away from its course line. I want to be a bit closer. So we'll sail closer to about 400 and then we will slow down and turn away.
Neuer Kurs 267. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neue Tiefe 1,5.
Bring the boat deeper. Distance to target at the last measurement was more or less 2.5 kilometers. Still, we have enough time. I'm now looking at the rings around my boat when I get to a distance of about 400 meters to the target's course. I will once again turn on a parallel course and then we are going to soon turn away from it on a 90-degree course. Okay. Let us speed up. I want to get there as soon as possible.
1-2, mittlere Entfernung.
Good, we are closing the distance. Looking at this ring here. We'll be there very soon. By the way, I can already look at something here. So if the target is sailing on a course of 217, which we know it is. Oh, damn it. 217, there we go. Then I need to be on a course of 200 and... what is that? 200 and... oh, damn. Nope, forgot what I said. Target on course 217, which will be here. Oh, come on, I'm always clicking on the wrong thing here. It is a bit fiddly though. Then I need to come left to 127 degrees. to be on a 90-degree course to it. But first we are swinging back to 217 on a parallel course.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 207.
217, not 207.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 216.
Good. Turning. And slow us
Jawohl,
down.
Herr Kaloin. Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
Turn is being completed now. Bring the boat back to periscope depth.
Auf Seerotiefe gehen.
Raising back to periscope depth. Let's wait for that to happen. Where's the periscope? See how close we are getting here. Pretty close now. I'm not sure how deep this target goes. What I want to do is I want our boat to remain at 13.5 meters. I don't want the conning tower to broach the surface. So we are diving a little bit deeper now. We're also slowing down. Weapons officer. So target is sailing on a course of 217. For a 90-degree attack we need to be on 127 degrees. Do I already start that turn? Or is it too early? I think it might be a little bit too early. Although maybe it isn't. Let's see if we can say something about the size of this ship. Mast height? Not big. Let's go with 24 meters. Let's try to determine the range to target. Optical height about 4. Oh, come on. That means 1.5 kilometers. We can verify this by pointing this at the target, lowering our periscope, and you know, just once again going for 23 degrees from our position. 23 is here, so that means the target is now precisely 1.5 kilometers away. Yeah, we are starting the turn. We are most definitely starting the turn. Come left to 127.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 125.
Start our left turn. Our gyro angle for shooting, or our firing angle I should say, is 192.5. Good. That's already passing the target. We should be fine with this maneuver here. With this turn. We keep up the turn, we will make it in time. Let's control our settings. Torpedo depth a little bit lower. Impact. Slow torpedo. 7 knots. 600 meters distance. AOB has been set. Everything is okay. Still turning. Let's take a look here.
Kontakt, Frachter, kommt näher auf 229, mittlere Entfernung.
229, there you are. Ship size, pretty small to be honest. It is armed, we can tell that much. I see anti-aircraft guns mounted on top of the bridge and behind the bridge. Or on the side of the bridge actually, behind the bridge next to the funnel. Anti-aircraft machine gun, bigger anti-aircraft gun on top of the bridge, probably another anti-aircraft machine gun on the other side of the funnel. So most definitely armed, most definitely English. Fair target. I can see an artillery gun in the stern. Ship is... Damn, that's pretty high in the water. It is being thrown around by the waves. At times it is high in the water, at other times it isn't. What can I say? Turn completed. We are on course. Open the tube. Target's still pretty far away from the point where we need to fire. Let's lower our periscope a little bit. Make sure that we are not spotted at the last moment. Another gun in the bow. Oh, didn't even spot that one. Look at that, they even have a proper gun in the bow with armor on it. A bow chaser and a stern chaser. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Anti-aircraft machine guns left and right of the funnel. Another machine gun or higher caliber. I think it's just a machine gun. On a raised platform above the bridge. Let me start the clock here for a moment. Own speed is 3 knots, 2.5. Stop the clock. Ship length. We'll go with 100 meters. What was it? 24 seconds to 100 would make it 8 knots. But we have to subtract some. No, I think with 7 knots we are still alright. The target is now getting close to where we want it to be. Range to target course has increased to almost 800 by now. Correct our input. Prepare to fire. Everything is set up correctly. Now we just have to hope that the torpedo isn't just passing beneath the ship. That's really all that we need to hope for now. I will shoot now. Torpedo is away. You know what? Why not? There's no harm in this. Let us watch the torpedo. There it is. So far it seems to be running normal, no failure. But will that hold? Will we hit the ship? It is now in front of the torpedo. Will the torpedo reach it in time before it passes? Or did I miscalculate its speed? No, it doesn't look like I did. And the torpedo is looking good. Yes, that's a hit. Detonation on target. I am lucky that the wave didn't just lift the ship in that moment, otherwise the torpedo would have probably either passed beneath it or hit it at such an angle that it would have bounced off. But this is a hit, this will be a sinking. Of that, in these waves, of that I'm sure. They are not going to make it. So, in fact, let us now turn to a parallel course with them.
Neuer Kurs 218. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Große Fahrt voraus.
We will sail on a parallel course and wait for them to go down. In the meantime, we will go back to our boat here and we will
Kontakt, Frachter, entfernt sich.
dive deeper.
152, geringe Entfernung.
Bring us deeper and we will start to load the torpedo. Let's see, I wanna have you back there. You can start loading a new torpedo, need more torpedo men. You, go back there. Okay, we are loading. Great. Oh, they're going down already. They're already going down. Where are they? Whoa! Dude, that's the wrong way around. Oh, a shame that I missed this. What a shame that I missed this. They went down. Hard. Wow. What a sight. What an incredible sight. This is thumbnail material for the video. How often do you see that? The crates are bolted to the deck really, really well. What is here? This is also nice. My god. Did not expect this to happen. I'm gonna be honest. My guess is their cargo was mostly on deck and not in the hull. That's maybe why it was so unstable in the waves. And with so much water suddenly rushing in on one side, it just capsized immediately. Well, I'm sad to say this, but the survivors of this sinking, I don't think they are going to be survivors for too much longer. We are all the way out here in the Atlantic, on the edge of the Celtic Sea. And if there isn't another ship nearby in this storm, they are not going to make it. We will not risk detection. We are going to leave the area. We are going to return to our patrol area in the south. And yeah, what can I say? Maybe it will leave the impression that they were struck by a mine. However, as of right now, I doubt that they even were able to get a radio message away. Can I be so cold? Or do we surface and send out a radio message and SOS? I mean, we will be leaving the area anyway. There's little harm in that, right? Bring us back to periscope depth.
Auf Zero-Tiefe gehen.
Meanwhile, we are going to surface. We are going to leave them some provisions and send out a radio message that the ship has sunk here. Maybe they can be rescued. Okay. At periscope depth, slow down the boat.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
Up to the observation periscope. Let's check the skies. Skies look clear. Let's have a look behind us. Can we spot anything? I'm not sure where the sinking occurred. However, I'm sure that we will... I saw something right there. Not too sure, actually. I'm not too sure. Oh, there's an oil slick. There they are. Okay. Turn that way.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Increase our speed and surface the boat.
3-1. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Volle Fahrt voraus.
Vorne um 10, hinten kommen auch auf 5.
We are interrupting the reloading of the torpedo, but that's fine. We'll continue to do that later.
Erste Seewache sich klar machen.
Good, boat is surfacing and we are turning. Do not recharge the batteries right now.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Normaler Antrieb.
Give me all the speed that we can get here. Yeah, we're accelerating even in the turn as of right now. So that's good. Let's go up top. Oh, need to lower this. There we go. Keep turning. So, oh god. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. There we are again. The water is still being pumped out of the ballast tanks. That takes a while to pump it all out. Let's search the surface for survivors. There. Yes, there they are.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Blub, blub, blub.
Neuer Kurs 338.
The waves are too high. Slow down the
Jawohl,
boat.
Herr Kaloin. Große Fahrt voraus.
We have to approach this a little bit slower. Okay, I see life raft over there. And I saw a lifeboat somewhere too. There's a lot of wreckage swimming in the water there. Yeah, there's a lifeboat. That's what we are approaching. They can share the supplies with each other later.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 339.
Once we have spoken to these men, we will know the ship that we sank, and we can send that information out by radio. The last that they will see of us is our boat submerging on another course. Meanwhile, I'll be diving down and we will be turning south, sailing away from here. Maybe staying submerged until the evening. Let's see.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 339.
Getting there. Bring up supplies.
Jawohl,
Slow down
Herr
the boat.
Kaloin. Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Oh boy. So much water. Yeah, we might actually just stay submerged for the rest of the day, just to ride out the storm. We have enough battery power remaining to do that. Slowly approaching their position. Now that we are going slow anyway, might as well recharge.
Batterien aufladen.
That will have the benefit of slowing us down even more. And at the same time, we are starting to recharge batteries. Just a little bit before we dive, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Almost there. We'll just have to toss them the supplies from the conning tower here. No way to go down to the deck. It's submerged most of the time. There they are, the poor souls. Rather keep us steady. Don't want to get too close. I don't know if they will panic and try to hold onto our boat or something like that. We can't have that. No sign, nothing remains of the ship that we just sank, apart from the debris floating on the surface and a few survivors. And in this weather, so far out in the Atlantic, I don't have high hopes for them. Not at all. Okay, toss the supplies. A bit of water. Some canned goods. That's all that we can do. That unfortunately is all that we can do. That is the very unfortunate reality of it. Right. Increase our own speed.
Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
And dive.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Tiefenruder auf Normal tauchen.
Dive down to 20.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neue Tiefe 1.
What did we sink? We sank a medium freighter of 3,900 tons. That's good. That's bigger than I thought it would be. Honestly, that's really good. Another success for us. Another disaster for the English.
1-0.
And another mark on our conscience in this war. We are now diving down. Once we are below 17 meters, I think, the torpedo reloading will recommence. We'll have the tube loaded soon. Navigator. They have now seen us dive in another direction. Return us to course.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Gehen wieder auf Kurs, Herr Kaloin.
We will turn south. Even if they should get rescued, they won't be able to tell them anything useful. Oh wait, I forgot. Damn it. Forgot the radio
Jawohl,
message.
Herr Kaloin. Ruder 0 Grad.
Surface.
Vorne oben 10, hinten kommen Alpha 5.
Ah, damn it. Go fast for a
Jawohl,
moment.
Herr Kaloin. Volle Fahrt voraus.
Come on, bring us up there. Okay, we're getting there. Approaching the surface now. Come on. Come on. Pump out the water. There we go. Water pumped out, engines engaged, radio. Send patrol report. Report sent. Let's check it. Position BE-36, torpedoes left 11, tanker sunk 1, cargo ship sunk 2, total tonnage already 20,100, well 20,200 tons basically. Really good patrol already. So far a really good patrol.
Jawohl,
Dive.
Herr Kaloin. Tiefenruder auf Normal tauchen.
We are submerging again, go down to 19, this time for wheel.
1-9.
And we are below the surface. Good, navigator. Return to
Jawohl,
course.
Herr Kaloin. Gehen wieder auf Kurs, Herr Kaloin.
And slow down the boat.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
Alright. That has been it for today. We will end the episode here. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was tense. And I'm really glad that our torpedo actually managed to connect with the target. Who knows what awaits us next time though? Will we finally find a convoy out here? Or more of these single merchants and freighters that they are sending through this area? Which is, to be honest, I'm not complaining, but I'm a bit surprised that at this point in the war they are still doing that. They should know better. But maybe these ships are from a convoy that scattered. That had to scatter because of U-boats attacking them out in the Atlantic. We just don't know at this point. We know that we are finding them and we are sinking them. Right. Once again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the episode and I hope you're looking forward to the next one. Until then, have some really, really great days and goodbye.